The following episode will contain spoilers. You have been warned.
You're listening to Cinema IRL, the podcast that throws you into the movie and asks the question, what would you do? We're pretty sure Scott has lost his mind on this one, which would be appropriate since he and Amber are discussing The Naked Gun. And now, Cinema IRL.
I wish I could switch places for just one day.
What would you do?
Put yourself in my shoes.
How do we handle this?
What would you do?
Put yourself in my position.
What would you do?
Now it's your turn.
Oh dear. I do believe the gloves are going to come off for this episode.
What are you doing here, Morty?
I'm not Morty. Clearly you can see I'm Scott doing a Morty impression. I'm sitting right across from you.
I have a mic shield. I can't see you. And why are you doing that?
Well, I'm doing whatever I want today. Well, this movie, I'm just going to use whatever voice I want.
Okay, that's not confusing.
No, not at all.
Okay, this is great. Alrighty, folks, and I guess the menagerie of people who wandered in to host our podcast today.
Yes, I'm here too.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty, take two. Haha. The Naked Gun is our episode for today. Only one man has a particular set of skills to lead police squad and save the world. Lieutenant Frank Drebin Jr. follows in his father's footsteps in The Naked Gun. So this is a franchise that the first film was in 1988, the second one was in 1991, and then we had the third one in 1994. So it has been 31 years since the last Naked Gun. And obviously Leslie Nielsen has long since passed, but we have Liam Neeson as his son, who is now in Police Squad.
I remember seeing the first one in my 30s. My 730s.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so for folks who don't know what's happening here, if you guys are going to stick around, can you at least introduce yourselves?
I don't know what you're talking about. We already established you're talking to Scott. All those other guys are not here today.
Okay, this isn't confusing. So...
No, not even a little bit, but you just gotta know you're talking to Scott. He's just being a dick.
That's fantastic. Okay, so we have if you're not familiar with the Naked Gun trilogy, it's basically just slapstick nonsense. It's absolute umpteenth percent of just wordplay and just ridiculousness. For example, in the police precinct, someone's getting out a cold file, and it's basically a cooler with those clear white flaps, and all the frost comes out when they bring out the cold file. So that kind of thing.
Oh, I missed that gag.
So there's just whatever you can think to poke fun at. That is what the Naked Gun series does. So Liam Neeson comes in and he is working at Police Squad like his dad, and we have a caper of a bank heist, and Frank Drebin Jr. handles it in a way that the department doesn't like, so he gets relegated to a car accident. But it turns out the car accident and the bank heist are actually related, and chaos ensues. So
I do like a good bit of chaos.
So what we have is Pamela Anderson, who comes in as Frank Drebin's love interest, and she is the sister of the guy who died in the car crash. So she wants justice for her brother and to find out what happened, because Drebin, in a very lazy move, just labeled it a suicide without really looking into it. But now we've determined that the bank heist and the robbery are related. And we're trying to get down to the bottom of the story. So what would you do if you were a cop who seemed to constantly have his hand slapped and got demoted to basically traffic investigation, I guess?
Well, I'd want to keep a paycheck, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Okay.
But also, I'm Frank Drebin, so I'm going to do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, he doesn't follow rules really well, and
My kind of guy.
so the Pamela, who plays Beth in this film, she starts helping Frank to get to the bottom of this. And here is the interesting part that might be a little fun to explore, is there is a device, and it's called the plot device, and it basically reverts people back to their primal brains of just surviving in violence and, no sense of intelligence, and they just start taking each other out.
The amusing gag was that the plot device was also a plot device for the movie.
Yes, indeed.
If you didn't know that.
Yes.
We knew. God, we knew.
Wow, I think you're having a psychotic break over there.
Well, yeah, that's probably about right.
Yeah, this concerns me. I feel like we kind of have a police squad moment here where people in white coats should load you up onto a stretcher, drop you, and then leave you behind as they rush out the door.
That's okay. I'll give them all a balloon and they can float.
That's fantastic. So what would you do if you found out there was such a device that could basically rile people up and turn them into their most violent, primitive selves?
I don't think that device would be very good for humanity.
No, it's terrible for humanity. And that was the whole point, is that basically most people take each other out, and the rich billionaires go hiding in this secluded bunker while all of this death and destruction is happening, where they listen to an ongoing Weird Al Yankovic concert.
Well, yeah, at least they got Weird Al.
Yeah, he was really there, and he was all signed up to serenade the billionaires who are evading the mass killings in the streets.
It's hard to find gigs when everyone's dying all around you.
Yeah, well, he did a good job there. So what would you do either if this device fell into your hands?
I wouldn't use it. Like I wouldn't use it. I get it's a movie, you have to have a plot, but I mean,
it has tones of The Purge, and the fact that you are having the, and I'm using air quotes here because I'm not really sure what the right word is here, but the lower class people, the less desirable people take each other out. It kind of has that same tone as The Purge, where in later series of The Purge, we find out that it's politically motivated, where politicians not only want all of the commoners to take each other out, so there's fewer of them, but also to put them more in a power position above those. And this was similar in the fact that it was a billionaire who had this device, and he was going to take, his best billionaire buddies to the Weird Al concert in the bunker.
Are you being classist?
No, I'm just drawing that parallel.
It sounds like you're being classist.
I'm not. I'm saying, but on these two films that they have said the common people are the less desirable people, and they should just all take each other out.
They may have a point there.
So what would you do if you had the opportunity to be spared from this and stay in a bunker with Weird Al singing until the mass killing was over?
I do enjoy a good Weird Al song. I would probably try to find a way to get into that bunker. This is assuming I couldn't influence the situation. I do not have the type of powers that one Mr. Frank Drebin would have, like being handed a coffee every 2 minutes. No matter where.
That's true. That's true. Well, for me, if that plot device fell into my hands, which reverted people to their most primal selves, number one, I would absolutely not let it be used for that purpose. However, I'm not above talking to some sort of engineer or someone in the scientific community to see if maybe, I don't know, we could go the other direction and permanently make people be more decent to each other. I know both are manipulative and interfere with the natural evolution of things, but boy, think about if we had a machine that could make people just be nicer to each other. Hello?
Also, we could get all the billionaires in the bunker, and as we're trying to shut the door, we turn the thing on and shove it in there, lock them in with it, let them take each other out.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. That actually, when you said get them in there and shut the door, that reminded me of one of the episodes from Squid Games where they're all trying to get into a door to save themselves. Yeah, that would definitely be a good double cross there, is you get in all of your billionaire buddies, but they're also your competitors. And so you say, I'm going to save you all. It's going to be a great thing. And then they all get in there, and then you're like, okay, you affect them all with the device, and out goes all of your competition, all of the people that stabbed you in the back along the way or talked behind your back, and then you are top of the heap because the heap now is just a bunch of dead bodies.
It's Hunger Games. Yeah. It's Hunger Games time now, bitches.
Yes, Hunger Games time.
I'm not even going to edit that.
Yeah.
I meant to do that.
I feel like I've
He
lost.
did not mean to do that.
Wow, I have so lost control of the direction of this episode.
Do you think you ever actually had a measure of control here?
No.
I don't think she did. No.
Yeah, as soon as I stopped talking and information sounds came from over there, yeah, definitely lost it.
Yeah, no. I mean, really, that's kind of what this show or this particular episode is all about. It was just so freaking out there, but it's its own type of humor in a way. Like I don't, outside of really Airplane,
Which was also a Leslie Nielsen
yeah,
film.
exactly. Like it's a really very unique type of comedy. I mean, there have been spoofs before, but there's just something about this particular.
It's very slapstick.
Yeah.
And when you say it's out there, I mean, I think the one good example that makes for another what would you do is what if you went off for a weekend with your new honey and you found a spell book and you conjured up a spell that made the snowman outside come to life, and then you started a threesome with that snowman.
Now you're talking my language.
And then the snowman gets jealous and steals Frank's inhaler, and then Beth winds up taking off the snowman's head with basically a samurai sword. What would you do if you started having a threesome with a snowman?
I really don't think that was the kind of puff pass they were thinking of.
Wow. Okay.
That was an inhaler joke.
Got it. So what would you do, though? I mean, would you just turn up the heat in the cabin? I mean, that would be a good way to get rid of the snowman.
I did like when they tried to turn his arm into a snow cone.
Yeah, well, that was before things went south and they were all in bed. And Frank definitely dropped some of that sweet flavoring onto the snowman
Sweet flavoring.
And started to gnaw a little there.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a good what would you do for that one, because you can't really kick it in the groin.
You probably can. I mean, snowman seems to be holding up his own in the threesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly, there are just some things that I don't want to envision, and what they were doing with that snowman in the threesome.
Well, I mean, if you look at movies like 9.5 Weeks, rubbing an ice cube down someone's body is definitely a sexy thing. So think of you had a whole snowman.
I do believe they would call that shrinkage. An entire snowman would cause the male genitalia to shrivel up. Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah, I'm not asking how you know, for sure.
Yeah. The problem with this movie, again, mind you, this movie was hilarious. If you enjoy comedy, you enjoy this type of comedy, I 1,000,000% recommend this movie. I think that Liam Neeson couldn't have been more perfectly cast. Like, I would have liked to have seen like a Taken gag or something in there, but it was perfect. The problem is it really, really makes our job difficult here. Because
I think there's a lot of real life scenarios here that we can explore, which we have been. The snowman threesome.
What if you were offered
the plot device?
What if you were offered a chair?
Heist?
Would you take that chair with you?
Okay, well that's just silliness.
That's where we're drawing the line?
Yeah. Take a chair. I already have one.
Yeah. I'm sitting here really trying to think of what else. I mean,
what would you do if your oh gosh, what is it called? Not the dash cam, but the cam that the officers wear.
Body cam.
Body cam, yeah.
Don't ask me how I know.
Okay. What would you do if your body cam was used in an interrogation of a suspect, but they didn't start it at the right place. And all of your exploits with eating chili dogs and eating bathrooms and letting guys with guns go because you pooped your pants. What would you do in a situation where all of that private information on your body cam was shared with a suspect you were interrogating?
I'm sorry, did you say potty cam or body cam?
I think we should end there.
We hope you enjoyed our episode. Thank you for listening. And to catch all the new episodes, please subscribe. We release 2 to 3 episodes weekly, so we'll have new content regularly. Until next time.